Today we're going to talk about presence, the lack of presence I feel like a lot of people in our modern generation have, and the importance of presence and the role it plays in having a very happy, enjoyable, not miserable life. So presence has been something that I've kind of struggled with for a really long time. Ever since I was in BRB. Since I can remember, I've had a really hard time being present, especially in school scenarios. In school scenarios, every time I was in class, again, it could be my favorite class, but I would just never be listening. I would never be paying attention. I would never really care. I would always be looking at the time, waiting for it to be over, counting the minutes until it was over, playing little games in my head, thinking about TV shows, movies, video games, fucking Sonic. I was just always thinking about other things. And I spent most of my time growing up in school, as most of us have. So that meant I spent 80% of my time not present, not really focusing on where I currently was, but having my mind elsewhere. And that definitely came up a bunch while I was growing up, being told I had a wandering mind and things of that nature. And that continued practically throughout my entire academic career. It was really hard for me to ever stay focused and actually be able to care about where I was, what I was learning about. I would always be thinking about something different. And as I grew older, it definitely became more productive things, I would say. I would be in class, in college class, and I would be thinking about my macros, the calories for the day, my workout, things like that. So I would definitely consider those more important, beneficial things to be thinking about. But still, I was still spending a lot of my time very distracted, not paying attention, not really caring where I was too much. And this definitely became a problem at some point. This really became a problem when, I got to film school, because we have a lot of production classes where you're asked to, do certain things in the class, like practice 3-point lighting, or these kind of practical exercises where you learn things about the camera, things like that. But even though I was in film school, I was studying what I wanted to be studying, and ostensibly I should be, or you would think that I would actually care and pay attention here. No, I almost never paid attention in any of my classes, production classes, and that could get really dicey, because there were a lot of times where I was asked in class for practical class exercise to do things that I didn't know how the fuck to do them. Like lighting, I'm still, even though I went to film school for 3 years, I'm still figuring out what is lighting. I've really only just understood 3-point lighting, and you might say, oh shit, that's insane what was going on, but it was just because I was always thinking about something else. I was never paying attention in class, and I think that definitely harmed my relationships with some of my peers and teachers, because they would definitely get annoyed when I didn't know how to do stuff. And to be fair, that was completely understandable, but I was just not used to actually being present in class, because I had spent the last, from age 4 to age 18, practicing the skill, honing the skill of distraction, not being present. So I would just never care. And yeah, I was honing that skill for so long that when it came time for me to actually pay attention and apply what I learned in class, in the moment, it was just so overwhelming, and I didn't know what was going on. And I definitely sometimes would miss class when I knew I was going to be asked to do something, because it was just too much for me to deal with. So not being present has definitely harmed me in an academic context. And I wouldn't say the effects have been so evident as that in terms of my personal relationships, but it's definitely something I'm still thinking about. This idea of, I don't want to be the person who, as I'm now trying to work on my social skills, improve myself, improve my relationships with others, how I communicate with others and things like that, I don't want to keep having this thing where I'm just waiting for my turn to talk and I'm not really listening to the other person. You've probably experienced this too, where you're having a conversation with someone and you really just want to say your piece. Like, you're waiting for them to finish talking so that you can make your point about whatever thought that it is that came to your head. And I've definitely seen that, especially around, family, the older adults in my life. A lot of times it feels like whenever I'm either around their conversations, overhearing or participating in a conversation, it feels like a lot of times, some of my family members are just waiting for the other to stop talking so that they can say their piece, or that they're not really listening to the other person. That one person will say something about them, like, oh, they're talking about like diet or things like that, and then one of them will be like, oh, but I only eat salads and things like that, and the other will be like, yeah, I've been trying to like lose weight, I've been going to the gym. Like, not they're both related to the topic at hand, but it feels like what each of them is saying is not really in response to each other. It feels like they're just making statements at each other, and that everybody just wants to talk about themselves. And I don't know, I don't like that. Whenever I've seen that in like my family members or just other conversations in general, I don't really like that. I definitely at least don't want to be that kind of person who is only being quiet and waiting for someone else to finish talking so that I can talk. I definitely want to listen to what the other person is saying, really internalize it, think about it, really take it to heart, consider, oh, this is what this person is trying to communicate with me, and here are my initial thoughts, here's what I'm feeling about that, and just give them a genuine response. And then, obviously I can add in my personal anecdote, like, oh shit, like, you said you've been going to the gym. Actually, I've been going for a while. Like, this is what has worked for me. You should try it out. Things like that. Instead of just being like, oh, you go to the gym? Okay. Yeah, so yesterday I was, going out with my friends, having lunch. Like, I feel like a lot of conversations go like that with people, and I definitely don't want to be someone who's having conversations like that. I really want to understand other people. I want to communicate with them better. I want to have better relationships with others. So that's definitely one aspect in which I feel presence will definitely help. Another major place where I feel like I've had a lack of presence is at the gym. I tend to have these, while I'm working out, I'll usually listen to like edit music or things like that, like TikTok edit music. And I'll usually have these ideas or fantasies in my head about like, oh fuck, in like 1 year I'm gonna be like ripped as fuck, have my 6-pack abs, I'm gonna be on the beach, like all the girls are gonna be fawning over me, etc. And that can definitely be nice. It can definitely help you hype you up to have that motivation. And definitely sometimes I think it can be nice, especially in the times where you don't have motivation. It can be like a good extra push, like just reminding yourself what you're working for. This idea of, oh shit, I might not want to go to the gym now, but if I want that 6-pack abs, in order to have that beach moment a year from now, I need to go right now. So let me go hard on these ab crunches right now. I think that can definitely be helpful and a helpful application of it. But it also, I think in the gym it can be okay, even though I feel like it doesn't. Sometimes I feel like it's better to not have that. I've definitely had workouts where I just didn't bring my phone or didn't listen to music at all, and I've sometimes sometimes those have been some of like my favorite workouts, or at least really fun workouts, when I've not listened to anything. Or they're always at least like pretty memorable. Like I always remember those experiences. Whereas, you know, I've had millions of experiences where I'm just kind of like, oh, like listening to my music, not really being present in the moment, not really enjoying the workout, finding joy in the workout, but, you know, instead finding joy in kind of like, oh, this future scenario. And according to Andrew Huberman, it's actually better for you to go to the gym without that kind of stimulation, because then the dopamine you get from working out doesn't come from the music you're listening to or the fantasies you have, but instead it comes from the intrinsic value that comes from the activity. So that's just another thing to consider. But yeah, the main reason this has been on my mind is because I feel like that gym mindset has kind of applied to the rest of my life, where a lot of times I can find myself daydreaming, fantasizing, especially on self-improvement, about these future scenarios where I'm just not even really present during my day, because I'm always daydreaming about like, oh shit, like 1 year, again, that scenario of like 1 year from now, I'm gonna have my six-pack abs, I'm gonna be perfect, everything's gonna be great. I just keep daydreaming about that scenario where I'm not really able to appreciate life on a day-to-day basis. And I don't know, that's just not how I want to live my life anymore, because the days have really passed me by. I guess you could call it my quarter life crisis, but I'm 22 years old, and it definitely has been a long ass time. Like, a lot has happened. I'm very tired emotionally, physically, mentally, but I'm also very excited for the future. So I definitely feel kind of the wear and tear physically and emotionally and mentally from all my experiences, but at the same time it's like, oh shit, I'm already 22, like I've already lived through 1/4 of my life, which is pretty insane, because again, it's been a really long time, but at the same time it's like, oh shit, I'm already at this point. And I definitely want to make the most of every single day going forward. I don't want to, one of my favorite quotes of all time, Kobe Bryant, is, I want to be remembered as a player that didn't waste a moment, didn't waste a day. I really internalized that, and that's how I feel. I don't want to waste a moment, I don't want to waste a day. I want to live my life in such a way where I'm able to appreciate every day, I'm able to find the joy in every day, I'm able to have nice experiences every single day, find joy, laugh, find happiness, even as I'm on the self-improvement grind where, you know, some days I might not go out with my friends, some days I might just stay in working on videos, going to the gym, things like that. I might not have a super fun day objectively, like, you know, I might not every day is going to be me boozing with my friends, you know, going to a rave, having this crazy experience, because those don't align with, as fun as those experiences can be, I have other goals, I have other things I want to do. I want to focus on fitness, I want to focus on content creation, I want to focus on filmmaking, art I'm creating, things of that nature. So I just can't spend every day just like mindlessly boozing with my friends, but at the same time I don't want to spend those days where I'm grinding, just dreaming about, oh, those days of me partying with my friends, because that's how most people live their life. Everybody, I saw this one Instagram reel today that was like, most people wait every day for 5 p.m. They wait every week for Friday, they wait every winter for summer, etc. But the basic idea is that people keep waiting for, and you see this in the workplace, like people spend the entire work week just waiting for, like, oh, I can't wait till Friday, I can't wait till the weekend, because that's when I can actually have fun. But I think that mindset is so limiting, because then you just end up delaying your own happiness. You have this own mindset where it's like, oh no, I won't be able to enjoy life until Friday. But it's like, no, bro. And I get it, some people's jobs suck, like not everybody's job is gonna be fun, but I feel like you should still try to find the joy in every single day, like not just like mindlessly scroll, spend like wasting time on the internet every single day. But it's like, yeah, you might have to wait till Friday to like go boozing with your friends, but that doesn't mean on Monday you can't call a friend, on Tuesday you can't, decide, oh, I'm gonna take my dog for like a walk, a really long walk. We're gonna explore this part of town that I haven't seen before. On Wednesday, I'm going to visit my parent, like things like that. And obviously those situations are like not necessarily like the easiest for everybody, but it's just examples of different ways you can find joy in your day. And it's as simple as, just being more present, like during your drive, instead of listening to a podcast, just like looking at nature during your commute, like looking at nature, looking at the things around you, really having time to sit with your thoughts. Instead of like going outside, going for a run, like not even bringing your headphones, just going outside, looking at nature, truly appreciating it, doing something different. Novel experiences is how we extend our lives, is how time speeds up when we keep doing the same shit over and over again, but time extends when we expose ourselves to novel scenarios, because then our brain has to process more information. They're like, oh, we're unfamiliar with this, so we have to spend more time dealing with this, kind of processing it, seeing what the word is. Super rambly video, I know, but my basic point is that be more present in life. Truly pay the next time you have a conversation with someone, instead of waiting for them to finish talking so you can say your piece, truly listen to what they're saying, process it, focus. Like if you get that thought of like, oh shit, what am I gonna eat for dinner, it's like throw that thought to the wayside and be like, okay, for this one moment I'm 100% focused in what this person is saying. The best way I found to do that is just to really give that person direct eye contact, really stare into their eyes, and don't even throw all other thoughts to the wayside, and just focus on, I'm really going to process what this person is trying to communicate, how they're feeling, and I'm going to internalize it. The next time you go outside, like don't even bring your phone, don't even listen to music, just really appreciate the nature around you. Just be more present, just enjoy. Stop trying to spend so much time filling your brain with thoughts, with podcasts, music, things like that, to drown out the noise in your head. Just really just focus on enjoying every day for what it is, every moment for what it is. Stop constantly dreaming about the future. Stop constantly dreaming about or worrying about the future. Stop constantly regretting or yearning for the past. Just focus on what we have right now, the present, as much as you possibly can. And I know it's so hard. I'm personally really struggling with this. This is something that I've been working to get over for a while. And, it's definitely not easy. Again, I'll definitely have times where I'll fall back into my state of distraction of not being present. But just have the conscious intention of being more present. Meditation definitely helps. I'll probably make an actual guide about how to be more present in life, really in-depth guide, because this is something that I've been thinking about as well. But I just want to put that out there, something for you guys to start thinking about, is really just internalize the fact that you have to be more present. Presence will be, as they say, the present is a gift. The present is a gift, so let's appreciate it. Let's be very present in our interactions. Let's not be elsewhere. Let's be in the here and now and enjoy it to the fullest. that's all I wanted to say for this video. Again, I'll probably come out with a guide very soon talking about presents, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.